Alright, and in the 9 o'clock position we have Chaos Tech, the Red Terran, and in the 12 o'clock position we have Stasis Sphere, the blue Protoss, and the map is Slag Pits. Can't wait until the No 4G. I should know what that is. And Terran buffs. Yeah, Terran has kind of been picked on in the last few patches. So, 4 gate. Yeah, duh. Okay. How do you ever lose to long QQ? Great. So yeah, most embarrassing replays. Thanks for joining us this week. We are watching a slightly higher caliber player than last week. Chaos Tech is better than me. I don't remember what league he is. I shouldn't even mention it because I never remember what league people are in, and then it's just, oh, I'm saying, oh, these people are in, I forget what league. But yeah, Chaos Tech, you might have seen a couple of his replays before. Putting that interior supply depot, and you'll see that more commonly with higher level players, that they're more confident in putting their units back towards where they're mining. And a lot of times they do that to just block off units that are getting in towards their mineral lines, or to thwart a scouting probe. Most embarrassing commentary is more like it. Barracks going also on the interior. Meanwhile, single gas, single gateway, nothing too surprising yet on the side of the Protoss. Players scouting in the opposite directions, so they will find each other last. And did I mention that the map was Slag Pits? I'm not sure if I did, but it is, and it has this single, very important watchtower, though I guess not as important since the players are in close proximity this direction. If they're across positions, then this watchtower becomes extremely important, because basically all troop movement comes through the middle of the map, whereas here there's sort of a conduit going this direction. And since, okay, cybernetics core and still single gas, so we are going to be seeing more gateway-centric, or lower tech gateway-centric units. First Marine on the ramp. I'm curious to see whether he'll be able to smite this probe. And no, the probe's going to run away, and that's too bad on the part of Stasis Sphere. Second gas now going down. I don't know. Okay, I think SC2 just chilling. Now going to decide to scout, poke away at a drone until it gets chased off by that zealot. Exciting stuff. You know, you really can't commentate about the scouting SCVs and probes in lower tier StarCraft, because really it's just like, I'm going to come in and sit here. A probe comes off, zap, zap, zap. But here you have like, oh, is the probe going to make it up the ramp? No! Marines are going to chase it down, and now Marines are going to, you know, take a defensive stance on the ramp to make sure no units are able to charge up and things like that. Exciting stuff, right? Go gadget, upper tier games. Upperish tier, I should say. No one here is upper tier, just upperish tier. Nice little switcheroo on that factory and barracks. So is he going to go? Yes, he's going to go with the pre-igniter. I mean, you could either go for early siege tanks or early pre-igniter, and the more I play TVP, the less relevant I find early siege tanks. 4 SCVs harvesting on that gas must be a mistake. And the 111 now going down. Because I was going to say, yeah, by the time a Protoss wanders towards my base, he usually has enough of an army that he can just, you know, plow through the siege tanks. Or whatever. Single observer, and of course Stasis Field, who did not get a scout at all, is desperate for information, knows absolutely nothing. I don't know how long ago this area was scouted, so he doesn't know what the expansion status is either. Meanwhile, SCV gonna check out whether or not Stasis Sphere, I hope I've been saying that correctly. Yeah, scouts that there is no expansion yet on his side. Meanwhile, Observer, very excitedly, going to march right in, going to see that that the factory is producing Hellions instead. So we will have to see if that's make any difference, really, because Hellions, you know, they move fast. single bunker on the front, and that's something I've been learning. Well, second bunker on the front, actually. Something I've been, well, trying to learn how to do is not to put my buildings up in front as a Terran player, because here I was saying the lower level Terran players really often like to block the ramp, but now I've been seeing the more and more I move up slowly as it is, that, oh, Hellions coming in for a drop, and the observer scouts it, so these stalkers are easily prepared. Oh my! Gonna drop 3, drops 4, actually gets them in, but they're going to be, ooh, fodder for that, for those stalkers. Running, 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 ooh. Not enough kills on that, and ouch. Actually, that's quite a bit of punishment from, well, on Chaos Tech. Wow. That hurts. Meanwhile, now we do have a siege tank out, but no siege tech researched yet, or even begun to research yet. Single Banshee now. So anyway, what I was saying about the front door is that I had my crucial buildings like I have my barracks up here and a couple supply depots. Almost all the time now I get front door harassed by, you know, stalkers or whatever. They can outrange my Marines that are standing behind my buildings and get picked off pretty easily. If I just have a single barracks there, there's no way that the unit's going to try to run up and charge and take down that bunker, otherwise they'll take too many losses early in the game. So now we are seeing a second command center going down for Chaos Tech, and meanwhile, it does look like Stasis Sphere is well saturated at his natural. However, while the income levels are surprisingly the same, and no doubt that's on account of the mules and nice saturation level that Chaos Tech has in his main. Yeah, actually a little bit undersaturated in Stasis Sphere's main. A lot of mortals. That's good, I guess. Army-wise, let's see. Yeah, and this is kind of what I figured. The Chaos Tech sunk so many minerals into that early Hellion harass that didn't go anywhere, that he's kind of behind some catch up here. Raven and a Thor, I like that. I especially like the Raven. Raven is like one of the more crucial units against Protoss, I think. Part of Terran because it has the point defense drones, so you always want to get the Raven out as early-ish as possible. And of course, the Raven also helps to spot those observers that are such a nuisance, can be literally anywhere and scout your army at any time, it seems. Now starting to saturate that natural, and we will see Chaos Tech's income start to skyrocket here because those mules just helped out so much. A couple of Hellions running around just to try to harass and perhaps scout a little bit. Nice force field on that. Nice reaction time and nice positioning of that fort. Well, I guess there was a building there. I'm not sure if the Hellions would have been able to get through here. I think they would have been able to. That could have been bad-ish. Then again, there were only 2 Hellions, so... it does look like Chaos Tech's falling a little bit behind, and another bit of a switcheroo here on the Tech Lab and the reactor. Now the factory is probably going to start pumping out Hellions, and given the failure of the Hellions thus far, I'm kind of surprised because it doesn't really seem like they've been doing well yet. And I don't know what's really going to change about that. Though he does want to start producing some Marauders, which is noteworthy. Side block, too. That's exciting. Rushing with supply depots now. Vikings. Why? Robo. And I guess now the first Colossus is out on the scene. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I guess that was scouted. I did see that scan go off here, so he might have just caught the edge of that. Yeah, he did. So... good forethought, I guess. In the meantime, a few Banshees really pumping out. Must be nervous. Going for Starport, that is. And Hellion. This is a unique build, something I can't say I've ever seen before. And going to go the tech lab route on most of these. So he's going to go for heavy Banshee with Vikings to support, of course, against those Colossus. And a third now going down for Stasis Sphere, and a third now going down for Chaos Tech too. So I was just going to say it's about a good time for Chaos Tech to start considering a third as well, and he is going to scout that. Not sure if he just happened to run past that. Yeah, in his scouting pattern. Now he does see it, and he's going to pick off that probe there.
Ready to blunder.
I am surprised at the lack of observers out on the field. It does look like there's only that one on Stasis Sphere's side. Yeah. Army size-wise, now it does look like Chaos Tech is slowly starting to catch up. Wow. 3 Colossus is out. Colossi, I guess it would be. And Thermal Lance researching. 4th Colossus being researched. There are a number of Vikings out. And continuing to be produced. Nice scan on that the bulk of his army. Sees the 4 Colossus. 5th, oh wow, there are 4, aren't there? And there's going to be a 5th. So wise for him to continue producing those Vikings. It's going to be a matter of being able to micro them properly so that they don't get picked off by the Stalkers. So difficult as a Terran player to pick off the Colossus without moving too far, and really the objective is just to scare the Vikings away from the main army, not to actually, well, I mean, of course you'd like to kill them if you have the opportunity, but Vikings so easily picked off. And of course the Banshees do so well against the Stalkers too, so it is really a micro battle when it comes down to the Stalker Colossus versus Viking Banshee. And that's a lot of starports. Usually I see a lot more Marines to support, but I guess not necessary. And the Marines will just get chewed up by the Colossus anyway. I'm actually going to back up a little bit, because it looks as though there could have been a lot of probes killed, and I do want to catch that. 3 Hellions running past. Yes. Oof, man, with that blue flame. And 2 of them there. Oh, and there's another one. Yikes. Yikes. 4 kills. 4 kills. 8 kills. Yikes. Wow. Lots of kills on those. That one was worth it. I'll give him that. And now going to take that opportunity to put down a 4th. Wow, we're just kind of sitting around here waiting to max out our armies, aren't we? Always a fun little game to play. Check out the makeup, I guess. Yeah, Chaos Tech is quite a bit ahead. And it doesn't even really look like the Harvester count was impacted that much. About even, of course. Chaos Tech continuing to produce a lot more. Now going to move out his army. Now we might see some excitement. Whoa! Hellions moving in a little bit too far, and Vikings getting a little bit too over. Wow. 2-point defense drones. Totally destroyed. And wow, the army is moving in sort of a weird piecemeal function, I guess. Stalker's not focusing down the Vikings, and these Colossus are just getting ripped through. Wow. Chaos Tech ended up quite a bit ahead on that skirmish. And now these Banshees are going to have free reign on this natural, and take out the tech, interestingly enough. I guess take out the pylons, interestingly enough, instead of the probes here. I think the probes are probably a little bit more vital. And he is going to, I mean, Stasis Sphere's army right now is too low to be really concerned about being side-blocked at this point. I would really be focusing on those probes. Viking's going to land and start picking away at the gateways, and actually he's powered down most of them. Only two, looks like, two gateways left that have power. Nope. Not going to pick off the last one. Not going to have time. Microsoft just in enough time before the Zealots come and shred them to pieces. Single. Looks like he got picked off by a lot of stalkers there. Well, Chaos Tech seems to be quite a bit ahead. Look at the income right now. Double that almost. Look at the army. Also, not quite double, but significantly ahead. Wow, has replenished those Banshees fairly quickly. Gonna take this opportunity to build a couple more starports. Scanning, wow, and now he's gonna see a couple of Stargates going down. I think he might have just caught that in time. Nope, just missed it, so I wonder what Stasis Sphere is up to. Those moving for another attack. Does look like those stalkers are getting picked off. Huh. At this point, Stasis Sphere really should consider doing something that's going to be more effective against these stalkers. That's actually, if he's going to go for... Well, he could go for Phoenix, but Vikings are just going to pick those off right away. Vikings are considerably stronger than the Phoenix, so... Oh. This is the end of the replay. Well, I take it that Chaos Tech won, then. And I had to say that he had a pretty good comeback, given that he lost so many Hellions in the beginning, that his early harass failed. Not really an embarrassing replay, so this is not going to air for most embarrassing replays. Instead, I will log this in my file of just plain old commentaries. Fun stuff. Thanks for watching.